So, with a substantially reduced force, Drake sailed down to Lisbon and promptly tried to lay siege to it. Mistake number 2. To make a long story short, while Drake was wasting his time in Coronia, Lisbon beefed up its city defenses. And Drake forgot to bring any large enough siege cannons. No! He wrote to the old hag to send him a few, but she wasn't too keen on that. The tag-along Earl of Sussex stuck his sword through the gates of the city, but then he couldn't pull it back out again. The pretender to the Portuguese throne that the English had brought along failed to produce an uprising against the occupying Spanish crown. They acted like he wasn't even there. Oh yeah, and 3 more ships sunk. So with fewer men and equipment than ever, Drake left Lisbon, but a complete lack of wind kept him tied to the Portuguese coast. It was here that a Spanish naval commander, Martin de Padilla, who had been shadowing the English for quite some time, chose to make his move. That night, he sent a Roman Catholic Englishman to sneak on board one of the English ships. And from him he learned that the English were infirmed and demoralized. Padilla had more than 20 years of experience as a naval commander. That's how he knew that when sailing ships lose their wind, they became vulnerable to attack from rowboat war galleys. This was a dangerous mode of attack. There was no telling when the wind might pick up again, at which point it'd be the war galleys who'd be at the mercy of the sailing ships. But Padilla had to try. If these savages made it to another coastal town and more innocent lives were lost, it'd be his fault for not trying to stop them. Padilla lined up his war galleys, then had to lead aim for the vulnerable stern of the English ships. With the wind literally out of his sails, all Drake could do was look on in horror. The galleys attacked on rotation. When one of them withdrew to reload, another took its place. Soon enough, English ships were being boarded, and the English, infirmed and downtrodden, were no match for well-motivated professional Spanish soldiers. Padilla boarded ship after ship, slaughtering as he went along. This was sweet revenge for Coronia. But then what he feared the most happened. The wind picked up, and Drake was finally able to bring his flagship, the Revenge, into the fray. So the Spanish made good their escape before burning their prizes to keep them from falling back into English hands. Battlefield losses. Over 570 Englishmen killed, with some 130 of them captured, including 2 sea captains and a few officers. 6 more English ships destroyed, all against only 2 Spanish casualties. Padilla was a badass. With the wind finally in his favor, Drake sailed onward to the Azores, thinking he could still take it on. Mistake number 3. Seeing that the English were sailing away from the coast, Padilla broke off his pursuit, leaving the English for others to deal with.